everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make a pumpkin spice latte. Now I'm sure you're familiar, this time of year, you see this drink in all the coffee shops. It's very popular and everybody's buying them because they taste really good. Well, I tell you, they've got a lot of sugar in the ones that you buy at the coffee shop. I've heard, I'm not for sure, but I've heard it's around 40-50 grams of sugar for one little latte, which is an incredible amount. They use a lot of chemicals to, make it taste good, and it just doesn't seem like a good thing to be drinking a lot of. And it also costs quite a bit of money. If you're having these, 2-3 times a week because they're so delicious, that adds up at the end of the month, So today we're gonna show you how to make them at home. It's super easy to do, and you're gonna be using some really good ingredients because you get to pick them out and decide how much to use, like how much sugar you want to put in. So I'm Rockin' Robin, and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. So let's talk about our ingredients. First up, we have coffee. Now what I did is I took a little French press and made 1 serving of coffee. Now, I have a video for how to do that using a French press. I tell you, I love using a French press if I'm gonna have coffee. It is just so much fun. It's easy to do and it's very quick. It only took me a couple minutes to do. I've got pumpkin here. I buy mine from Trader Joe's. It's just pumpkin in the ingredients. There's no other spices or anything like that. Next up is our pumpkin spice. Now here's something that I like to add that you're not gonna get at the coffee shop. And this is collagen protein. Now this is unflavored. You can't even tell it's in there, but what it's gonna do is gonna give you, 1 scoop is gonna give you 20 grams of protein along with some collagen, which is really great for your skin and your connective tissues, your muscles, all that. It's really good for you to do. Now for our sweetener, I happen to be using this monk fruit sweetener that has erythritol, I can't say that word, but that's what's in it to sweeten it up. Here you've got a lot of options. If you want to use regular sugar, you can, brown sugar, stevia, coconut sugar, whatever you want. But today I'm using this one. We'll need some type of milk. So again, you can substitute. I'm using 2% because I like a little richness in my latte. So you could use, almond milk, coconut milk, whatever you want. And then to top it off, I like real whipping cream. All right, it's one of my favorite things. And so I'm using the real deal here, organic. I'm gonna add a little bit of sugar to that. I'm gonna probably do that first. I'll just pour some in a bowl, take out my whisk it up really quick, add a little bit of sugar, maybe a touch of vanilla, and that's ready to go. It doesn't take long. And the last thing we'll need is a little bit of vanilla extract. If you don't wanna use dairy, you can always use coconut milk, and you can just whip that up and it makes a nice little coconut cream. Okay, so we're ready to start here. I've got my saucepan. You wanna take a saucepan and we're gonna add our milk to it. I'm going to turn the temperature on low as we're adding things here. Next goes our pumpkin, and I'm just going to be a little generous here. I'm going to do a heaping moundful. That's a pretty big heaping moundful. Okay, we're going to toss in that. Now remember, we're going to be tasting this before we actually, drink it and pour it in our cup, just so we can adjust the flavors. If you like more pumpkin, go ahead and add some more. Now this is our sweetener, our monk fruit sweetener. I'm going to add a tablespoon and go with that, and we'll start with that and see if we need to sweeten it up afterwards. Now here's our pumpkin spice. Toss that in. And our collagen. Got to get your collagen in there, guys. Toss that in. Now we're going to whisk this. And we don't want it to boil, we just want to get it hot and get it to a simmer where you see the bubbling coming up around the edges here. Now I'm going to add the coffee to this, and I'm going to add about a half a cup. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a taste because I want to see where the flavors are. I'm going to go for another tablespoon of pumpkin because I want more pumpkin flavor. And I'm going to add a little bit more of the spice. And as far as the sweetness goes, it's pretty darn close, but I'm going to go with a little bit more of the monk fruit. That's probably another teaspoon's worth. Add the vanilla at the end after you turn off the heat. Vanilla really brings out the sweetness in any recipe, which means you can use a little bit less sugar. Okay, here we go. We're done and ready to fill up our glass. We'll leave a little room at the top for our whipping cream. Use the homemade stuff. It is so much better than anything in a can. And just plop some in there. Can't have too much of that. And then just top it off with either cinnamon or your pumpkin spice. Put just a little bit on top. Oh, it smells so good. Always check the expiration on your spices because after a few years they do expire. They lose their potency and they lose their flavor. So you want to check. And if they don't have the expiration date listed on there, go ahead and write it in yourself. Here you go, guys. Make your own. These are delicious. Easy peasy to make, right? I tell you, this stuff is really good and way healthier for you than anything you can buy at the coffee shop. Oh man, that is really delicious. You've got to try this. Whipping cream hits the spot. The pumpkin flavor comes through. Cannot taste the collagen protein at all. You don't even know it's there. It's just an added bonus. Just the flavors are great. The pumpkin, the spices, everything. It's perfect. Try this. You know any latte, fanatics out there, share it with them. I'm sure they'll like it and enjoy it. And it only takes a few minutes to make. Saves you some money. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Go be a barista. Make your own latte. You'll love it. Oh yeah, and don't forget, if you like to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Click the button and the bell. That's the notification bell. And that will notify you when new videos come out every week. We'd love to have you. And don't forget to leave me a comment. I always love to hear from you. So right down there, leave me a comment, okay? And a thumbs up. See you next time.